Welcome!
Hi, welcome to First Saturday Science. My name's Tavia and you're in lab with me. Welcome. This month is March 2022 and this month we're going to study space. We're going to do a few experiments. This video is specifically for the gravitational pull experiment. So later in lab we're going to be doing an experiment using magnets. We wanted to talk a little bit about gravitational pull because it's something that we experience here on Earth every day. It's why if you drop something, it falls straight to the ground. But when it comes to space, things can behave with the same laws, but maybe in a little bit of a different context. So a common place where you might see an interesting gravitational pull is in black holes. And I encourage you to check out our other video on our black hole experiments. And here we're going to talk about why that collapse happens. So another force is magnet force. So here's a magnet, and then here's a little metal ball. And when I put them close together, they stick to each other. So when it gets close enough, I don't really have to do any work in order for that to happen. It's being forced from me onto the magnet. It's the magnet that's doing the job, not me. But in order for that to happen, it has to get within a certain amount of distance to the magnet. From here, there's no pull. I don't feel any force. And if I drop it, it's just gone. And so kind of similar to black holes, an object that is going to be pulled towards the black hole or entered into the black hole, it has to come very close. So I encourage you to check out the other video, and I'm excited to do this experiment with you. Welcome to lab. Today we're going to be doing the gravity experiment for our March for Saturday Science event this year. For your supplies, you're going to need 2 pieces of cardboard that are roughly the same size. They don't need to be too big, they just need to be a little bit larger than your magnet. So this is the magnet that I'm using, and you can kind of see it's got a lot of range in the cardboard. It can completely cover the magnet, but it doesn't need to be like huge. So this is a good size for a magnet that's this size. It kind of depends on what size magnet you're using. And then obviously a magnet, and then also some magnetic marbles, some tape, and a pair of scissors. And the cardboard, we just used recycling just to reuse some materials. Be a little bit green in the lab when you can be. So our first step is we're going to take the first piece of cardboard and we're going to put our magnet kind of in the middle. It's a little easier if it's in the middle. And we'll tape it down just so it's nice and secure. I decided that today yellow is my favorite color. So we'll use yellow tape. But you can use any kind of tape that you like or that you have. So just a few pieces of tape should do it. And then we're going to cover this with our second piece of cardboard. And I'm going to use some tape, again, my favorite yellow tape, to kind of secure it a little bit. I'm going to put the scissors aside because I don't actually need them right now. I just wanted to show you that you can use them for trimming the cardboard or something like that. Or for cutting tape. Okay, so now remember, magnets have a magnetic force on them. So when something that is magnetic, like little metal marbles, when they go close to a magnet, they're going to stick to it. But that force doesn't happen all over. It's not a large force in terms of range, kind of like a black hole in space relative to the size of space, which is massive. So a black hole is going to exert some force, and it's going to pull things that go towards it even further towards it really quickly, just like a magnet and a magnetic marble. But similarly, again, they have to be within a certain distance. So it's not going to happen when it's really far away. So I'm going to use 2 different marbles. This first one is going to be, we'll say it's a little spaceship, and it's rolling along, and it got to the other side to its destination perfectly fine. However, remember, there's a black hole that's right here. This is where the magnet is. So this little spaceship is going to go and roll, and it got stuck, just like the force and a black hole. So I hope this little demonstration was helpful, and I hope that you had fun kind of seeing how that force could act in a black hole.